The Sanhedrin was a group of religious leaders who appear many times in the New Testament, often clashing with Jesus and even each other. The Sanhedrin made up the highest Jewish religious authority in the 1st century AD. Their claimed origin was with the 70 elders appointed by Moses in the Torah, but there doesn't seem to be much evidence backing this up. There are no references to the Sanhedrin in the Old Testament or in other ancient records. The Sanhedrin does appear on the scene sometime between the Old Testament and the New. The Sanhedrin likely formed after the Maccabean revolt that brought political and religious freedom back to Israel for a time. Despite their late appearance, the influence of the Sanhedrin on life in 1st century Jerusalem was quite large. The Sanhedrin was made up of two main groups, the Sadducees and Pharisees. It is these two groups with their differing beliefs about the law that caused much of the tension recorded in the Gospels. The Sadducee party was made up of chief priests of the Jerusalem temple, who claimed to be descendants of Zadok, the high priest of King Solomon's time. Not all priests were Sadducees, but all Sadducees were priests, and aristocratic priests at that. The Sadducees strictly believed that only the law, the 5 books of Moses, should be held as God-given. They rejected the oral law of the Pharisees and any ideas of a spiritual world beyond God existing. The Pharisees, who made up the main body of the Sanhedrin, focused mainly on synagogues and public life. Their very title means separated ones, and they were viewed as teachers of the people. They held on to the Mosaic Law and also the Oral Law, a law code about the Mosaic Law. The main clash between the Pharisees and Jesus was over Jesus' criticism of this oral law. The Sanhedrin, though often divided, held much influence in Jerusalem, and when united on an issue, could force real action by Rome.